Hello and welcome to part 2, video with variables on both sides of the equation. I'm going to do this one without the algebra tiles, although I have the template there if you would like to do some sketching. The numbers are a little bigger. I don't think I could get it to fit within my my squares. So I'm going to work through these without them, and then you can bring your questions to class. Hopefully you'll be able to follow along and do just fine. So I'm just going to jump down here to the writing area, and I'm going to recopy the problem. If you would make sure you get down everything like I do. I'm going to keep that equal sign right in the middle, 4x minus 10. And I'm going to get to work here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little line in between. Let's keep our notes nice and neat. And like I said, try to keep your pencil sharp. So I want to move all the variables to one side. I've got 8x's over here. I've got 4x's over here. So I'm going to subtract 4x's from both sides. 8x minus 4x is 4x left over, but you still have that 6, so don't forget about him. Now here you got to be really careful. Make sure you recall that that's really negative 10, like we've changed addition to a negative sign plus negative. That's negative 10. And now I am going to solve this by subtracting 6 from both sides, or it's probably better off if we think add negative 6 to both sides. And that leaves me with, I need a little more room. There we go. There's my zero pair right there. 4x equals negative 16. Almost done. Let's divide that by 4. X is negative 4. And there you got it, one down. Now let's try one more. Let's please review that. If I went a little too fast for you, please look back at it and see what questions you have and bring those questions to class. Let's look at one with decimals here. Don't freak out. The calculator might be helpful for you, but if not, we'll just work through it. So again, I'm going to do this one without the picture. You can see why it would be difficult to show this with a picture because of the decimal values. You would actually need pieces that were cut, which I don't have. So ultimately, this is where we need to go to get to where we can do that without the picture here. So let's get some room here and copy down the question. It's 8.7x minus 3 equals 5.5x plus 3.4. All right, well, let's get to work here. Well, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're not going to freak out because there's a decimal there. We're just going to move the variables to one side. So I've got 5.5x there, so I'm going to add negative 5.5x or subtract. It's the same thing we've done here. I forgot to do this too. Get that side, get those sides separated there with a line. I'm going to add negative 5.5x here or subtracting it, and you get 3.2. X here. You got minus 3. You got an equal sign there, and that all zeroed out, and you've still got this 3.4 here. I'm having a hard time remembering to write down my x. That's x right there. I went 8.7x minus 5.5x to give me 3.2x minus 3. So this is just a two-step equation. And again, that's what we did all the last few weeks here leading up to this lesson. Okay, that zeroes out. So now I am just solving a two-step equation. And it's that easy. 6.4 divided by that number, 3.2. By 3.2 of x. And it actually ends up working out really nice. It comes out to be x is equal to 2. So there you got two examples of steps with variables on both sides, even with a decimal there, all under 5 minutes in that video. So bring those notes to class and we will get going with it when I see you next.